So now we know things like the if statement and the for loop and while loop, and also how to do some string manipulations. You can start doing some pretty interesting programs. For this assignment, assignment 13, we're going to look at some sample problems from Rosalind. This is a bioinformatics programming site that's out there that you can sign up and do problems on. Here's a list of problems that I have available at that site. So how this works is that they have these different problems and they start out relatively easy and they get progressively harder, and then you have to solve the first one before you can go to the second one, and solve that one before you can go to the next one. And this just shows how many people have solved the different ones. So I'll go, nearly 20,000 people have solved this first one. Only about 2,000 have solved these later ones. You should be able to go through and actually do the first couple ones of these. We're actually going to have you do most of this third one, the complement of a strand of DNA. So if we look at that problem, it talks about DNA being a string of symbols or letters, A and T and C and G. And then the reverse of a string is just the string in the opposite order. And then there's something called a complement, and that switches them. So let's go back to the assignment. So first I just want you to work on reversing a DNA string. So ask the user to enter a DNA string, and you can just read that into a normal string, and just the user will enter a string of letters A, T, C, whatever, and then you need to just display that string in reverse order. So if they enter something like this, you just display it in reverse order. So the two A's first, then the G, C, 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 T, opposite order. And we've looked at a couple loops for doing that. So again, you have to use the character at. So if you have some string called word or DNA or whatever, you just use the name of the variable, and then dot character at. 0 will give you the first character, 1 will give you the second character. We've seen that before. Also, word dot length, or whatever your string is, dot length will give you the length of that word. And then you can use either a for loop or a while loop with this character at and length methods to print out the string in reverse order. And we actually have looked at different examples of that. So try to do that. That's the main assignment. Now, if that comes relatively easily to you, why don't you do the bonus challenge? It's a good practice. So besides doing the reverse of the DNA, you have to do what's called the reverse complement, and this is actually done a lot in DNA bioengineering. We want to change every A to a T and every C to a G and vice versa. Every A becomes a T and every T becomes an A. So these are complements to each other. And every C becomes a G and every G becomes a C. So you need to set up some if-then symbols. So as you're going through and printing out these words in reverse order, if it's an A, print out a T. If it's a T, print out A, etc. So here's an example. GGTAAA becomes, we reverse it. So the A's go first and then we complement it. So then we go TTACC. So see if you can do this reverse complement. This is actually the problem that's listed is this third one is Rosalind challenge. Okay, good luck with that.